some sort of power doing it. Well, a few weeks ago, my sister introduced me to her boyfriend's sister. And once she sits down, she asks, "How old are you?" I tell her, and she gasps and goes on to ask, "Why are you still single?" I look at her and say, "It's because I still haven't met your boyfriend yet." She has a boyfriend, yay for her, in the sluttiest tone I could muster, while also pulling the duck face pose. She looks at me in utter shock, then puts her coffee down while my sister stares at me like, "What the fuck?" Conversation gets awkward, and minutes later, she gets up saying she wasn't feeling well and leaves quietly. My sister blows up at me asking what the fuck I just said, and I start arguing with her about how this woman was a snoop. She told me to get over myself and act my age and stop being childish, which she assumed is the reason why I'm single and will always be, because no man wants to be with such a nut job. Her boyfriend said I upset his sister and is expecting apologies from me because of what I said to her. So am I the a-hole? No, dear. No, you're not. I'm sorry, but I can. Oh my God. I love this. I love how people
Oh my God.
who rudely ask why you're still single get offended when you rudely respond to them. Sorry. It irks me in a special kind of way, these kind of questions. And I think her response is ingenious. I love the cynical response. Like that was what I would use. Like people ask, "Why are you still single?" "Why are you not single?" Or like, "Why are you still single?" "Because I've seen your relationship." And I'm like, "No, thank you." But like, it's fun. Like my family never pressures me, and they're always very understanding. But a lot of times, like, yeah, because your marriage is not a very good advertisement for marriage. That's a joke.
It's so funny. That is funny.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You can't be rude to a person and insensitive and then expect to be dealt with kid gloves. No. No. How is it any of your business why someone is still single? Why is it so important to you why is someone still single? Why is it like the first thing that someone feels the need to question you about? And it's like, I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, it takes zero talent to get married and have kids. Zero talent. It's not, an achievement of like, that's going to get you a Nobel Prize. It's not something that you can get an Oscar for. It's not, you're not going to get a diploma. You might get a Yay Mom mug or best dad ever or number one whatever, but like, how is that like the number one achievement in the world? I'm sorry, I'm getting
so funny. Your reaction is so good.
I think it's Charlotte Dobre, the channeling of Charlotte Dobre. I'm sorry, but this hits close to home as someone who was single for so long and had to put up with so many stupid, insufferable questions. And then to have like these weak, sensitive people come along and get offended by the response. I'm like,
so funny. Oh, so funny. Your reaction is priceless.
Thank you. Thank you very
well
much.
done. Well done. Well done. Well done. I will.
Yes.
I can't top that. I agree. Not the a-hole. God, these poor little sensitive snowflakes.
I know. Everyone's so sensitive these days. They want to be able to say what they want as they want it, but you can't respond the same. Like, you have to treat them with kid gloves.
As our goddess for the day, Charlotte Dobre would say, actions have consequences, and then you have the jingle, ding, 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 the more you know. It's,
The
you
more
know,
you
it's
know.
why, what type of stupid question is that? Why are you still single? Well, I mean, why are you so
Yeah.
stupid? It's just
Well, as my father always says, you ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer.
exactly. I mean, so not the a-hole. I can't help but put an asterisk of, if you intend to hurt people, then you're an a-hole. But if you intend for people to just shut the fuck up, then no, you're not the a-hole. People are so offensive, and you're right to
I
kind of just
know.
defend yourself.
Look,
Um,
yeah, I mean, it is really dependent on how someone's asking the question. But this specifically is a question where if you're not my best friend or my sister,
nah,
then shut the F up because it's
I
none of
don't
your goddamn business. Like, you just met me and that's like what you want to know.
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
you
It's like
never know.
exactly. I mean, a good question would be, why did you guys break up? Like, I heard you were in a relationship, you've broken up. If
Yeah,
you know, an understandable question would be, why did you guys break up? That would okay, but why are you still single is such a stupid question. And especially as the way you read it and the way it's written, it kind of, it feels like she does it over the top, and it feels
yeah,
like, you know, how can somebody think that she's serious, saying that? How can a person sane of mind think, oh my god, she's after my man? No, she's clearly joking. If you're offended by a joke, god, the times we live in.
yeah. It is. I think about it all the time. It really scares me where the world is going right now with all these, like, where the truth has become offensive, where people are just, have like oh my God, every tiny small thing is like, I'm insulted. Oh my God, I'm a victim. We like to glorify victims as well. So that's fun.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes, that
Yeah.
today's day and age. I was thinking about that before going to bed. It was just like, we were glorifying just like weak people
Yeah.
who, you can have things happen to you, yes, and you're completely entitled to have, people be sympathetic to you, but you need to get over it. Like, life goes on. Look, the world doesn't revolve
Yeah.
around people who are miserable. The people, people who are kind of like make things go forward are
Yeah.
celebrated. Anyway, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. I kind of wish
Yay.
we had that one
Okay.
last. It kind of feels like we can't top that, but we'll see what we can do.
Oh, we could probably top it.
Um, okay, right. So I've got. Okay, I will tell you the titles, and you tell me which one speaks out to you.
Mm.
So, am I the a-hole for not thinking that I was in a relationship with someone that I've had one date with?
Not the a-hole. That's pretty obvious.
I exactly. I was just like,
Yeah.
it's a long post. It's just, you've had one date.
Yeah.
Would I be the a-hole for stopping communication after a date?
No.
Am
We
I the
spoke about
a-hole?
this.
We did speak about it.
Yeah.
Um, am I the a-hole for not cancelling a date for my sister's holiday tradition?
Am I the a-hole? Oh, I kind of want to hear this one.
Okay, well, let's go into it.
Yeah. You caught my attention.
I know. Okay, the other two, I was just like, can we go into them a bit more? Have we spoken about it?
Mm.
Um, but this goes
Yeah.
into the last week's lol 10 minutes ago
Yeah.
conversation about family. Right. Am I the a-hole for not cancelling a date for my sister's holiday tradition? Hello, Reddit. All names used are fake. Every year, for as long as I can remember, a few days before Christmas, my family goes to the local winter fair. This started as a way of celebrating my grandfather's birthday, and although now he is no longer with us, it is a tradition we have continued. I have two sisters, my older sister Lottie, 35 female, and my younger sister Olive, 23 female. Lottie has a daughter, Rosie, 4 female, from a previous marriage, and her husband has 3 children, 8 female, 10 male, 12 female. While she only married her husband in March, they have been together for a couple of years, so her stepchildren have come to the family stuff before. While she is a very involved grandmother, my mother has never considered Lottie's stepchildren to be part of the family. Oh, I have my opinions on this, obviously. Um, a few days before we were supposed to meet up to the fair, my mother messaged the family group chat to tell us she had booked us a table at a restaurant, but she had not booked enough places for my sister's stepchildren, and not only booked Rosie into Santa and had only booked Rosie in to see Santa, so the biological grandchild. Lottie was upset with this and wanted the booking to be changed, but my mother refused. She thought her stepchildren should spend the day with their mother, or Lottie's husband could stay home with them, as this tradition was for family only. So my sister decided not to go with my mother. She and her husband decided on a different day to attend the fair with all their children. Here is where so that is just one whole thing to begin with.
Yeah. And that's
we'll
not even the main event.
That's not even the main event.
Oh my God.
Here is where I may be the asshole. Lottie asked me and Olive to go with her to reinforce to my mother that her stepchildren were part of the family, and she should be included in family activities, and they should be included in family activities. While I agree with the sentiment, so do I, the date she chose was a day when I already had plans with my girlfriend, Lottie. Right, with my girlfriend. Lottie asked me to cancel my plans as this outing was more important, which I disagreed with, as my girlfriend was going away with her family for Christmas, New Year's, so this would be the last time I saw her for 3 weeks. I stuck to my plans and spent the day with my girlfriend. Lottie still went with her husband and their children. My mother went with some friends and Olive, and I thought everything was fine. However, Lottie completely blanked us when we tried to arrange plans for New Year's, and when she did eventually reply, she told us she was spending it with the family that cared enough to stick up for her, in speech marks. She is especially angry that I chose my girlfriend over family, and that Olive still went with our mother. I had not expected this to turn into a big issue. She gave me little notice, and I do not think I was unreasonable for not wanting to cancel my plans. But I think, given my mother's attitude, this meant a lot more to her than I initially thought. So, am I the a-hole for not cancelling my date to attend my sister's holiday tradition with her stepchildren?
Here's the thing. If his sister wouldn't have reacted in such a immature way, I would have said maybe possibly you're the a-hole. But because she reacted in such an immature way, I was like, no, you're not the a-hole.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate it when people overreact to things. And I understand that it's a sensitive issue. But like to completely be kind of passive aggressive and shut them out and